Goo goo gaga.
What?
Goo goo gaga.
Huh?
Goo goo gaga.
Oh my god, have you been playing violent video games? Oh my god, he hit me, he struck me! It's the video games, the violent video games.
Gah. Sorry, I had to channel my 7-month-old.
Yeah.
For that intro. I had to channel him. I am good now.
Which that intro maybe needs a little explaining, which we'll get to after the important information.
The important information! Give me 1 second. I'm cleansing my aura.
Cleansing my aura.
The important information is this. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do. If you're watching us on YouTube, that's by clicking the subscribe button at the bottom of this video in one of the corners, or by clicking the subscribe button at the end of the video, in which he did in the annotations, which he does really well. It's kind of awesome. If you haven't subscribed or you're not on YouTube, go to CraigandChris.com and subscribe there, because it'll bring you to our YouTube channel, not our website, because we don't have a website yet, but it will bring you to the YouTube channel so you can subscribe. Also, this story and all the other stories we discussed during the show are on Flipboard, www.craig. I was so close. I almost had it.
Wow.
www.craigandchris.com/Flipboard.
Holy crap.
What?
No one got any of that.
Now you got to go back and give us another view by watching that again.
There you go.
There you go. Okay, so apparently Goo Goo Gaga. Exactly. We are apparently becoming morally immature.
What's
the story?
Sort of. What it is there was a study done, which gamers, which I assume most of you are gamers if you're watching the channel, if not all. Here it is again, another one.
Yep.
This one says, this is a study done by Brock University. In Ontario, Canada. They're trying to understand the relationship between the type of video games played, the length of time spent playing, and how it might affect your attitude.
Now,
What?
Were you not done?
No, well...
Okay, keep talking.
No, you're fine.
Okay. My attitude?
Yeah.
What's wrong with my attitude?
Well, what they're saying...
What are they saying? What's their conclusion? Let's jump to the conclusion.
The study found that playing video games... was highly prevalent among teenagers.
No. We need to pay for Canada needed to pay for a study for that?
Yeah, between they found that
did they also do a study to see what age group has the most free time?
No, they only did 13 to 14-year-olds.
Okay.
100 of them.
Ah.
And then they they found that their overexposure to violent video games weakened their empathy for other people.
It couldn't just be the fact that they're teenagers.
That's what I was thinking, but I'm weird. I went to middle school and high school.
And what other people?
Because, everybody knows that without video games, high school would be the most empathetic place.
Let's be...
For real.
No.
For real.
Let me throw this out there. I'm just throwing...
Go ahead.
Throwing it out there.
Do you want the definition of violent video games?
Yeah, in a second.
Okay.
If I was just to throw this out there and say, could it be that we're just not
empathetic people?
Empathetic people? What's your definition of empathy? Could it be that they just would rather play a video game than hang out with these people? Because that's kind of, after playing a game for 100 hours, I'd be like, you know what? These people aren't really worth my time.
Let me paint a scenario for you. This is what violent video games do. When I was but a wee lad, a child,
he can say that because he's Irish.
A child, if you will. It was 3rd grade, which would be a little younger than 13, I think. I'm not going to mentally revert back. But we're all standing in line to go to the bathroom, because that's how we do it here in America, Canada. We go in herds, apparently, in the public school area. And we all wait for one. I don't know why. I went to it. Anyway, we're all, our whole class is lined up for bathroom time. And some poor kid is running from the office back to his class, and he's got his jacket. And his jacket's flailing around. And, an adult would probably say, hey, that's going to be trouble, but us kids didn't see this coming. He stepped on the sleeve of his jacket and went, tumbled over. Do you know what our empathetic group of children did?
Oh, you didn't laugh at him, because that would be insensitive.
Would be wrong. And that would mean that we played violent video games. No. Oh, shit, we did laugh. We laughed like crazy.
Well, that's because you and all of your peers were playing video games.
Yeah, every single one. And do you know what that poor kid said back to us?
What?
He empathetically said, "Shut up!"
You're so mean.
That wasn't me. It was the whole class laughing.
Oh, okay. Well, still, we're mean. People are mean.
Especially kids.
It's got nothing to do with video games.
I don't think so.
You know how much trouble video games kept me out of as a kid?
No joke.
Come on. All these kids are out here doing drugs, having sex, getting drunk. I was at home playing EverQuest. And they'd be like, "Hey, Craig, you want to come to a party?" I'm like, "What do you mean? I'm already at a party on." I got a raid tonight, bro. Sorry, can't make it.
Sorry, I can't spend $20 for that. I gotta save up 50 for my next game.
Gotta save up 50. Got a new game expansion pack coming out next month. Gotta save up the monies.
No, I hear ya.
So, kept me out of a lot of stuff. So, what's the definition of a violent video game?
Violent video games were, in the study, defined as those where the player acted out killing, maiming, decapitating, or mutilating of other human characters.
What game are they playing?
Probably just GTA.
As I set you up for that one.
Probably just GTA.
Probably just GTA 5. Okay.
There's maiming in Skyrim, I guess, if you're the werewolf character.
Yeah, I guess. Okay. Well, I'd say that's a pretty good definition of a violent video game. I thought it was going to be something like...
They got it.
They hug kittens. They pat dog. Actually, they probably have less sensitivity towards other teenagers if they played a game like that. Did they try doing a study of them playing totally lame games and see what their empathy was towards other teenagers after playing it? I'm just curious what the parallel was.
You know what? I don't know. Like, I mean, it was a happy rainbows, and then all of a sudden they were all like, "Geez, are you okay?"
Do you need emotional comfort on
Do you need comfort? We could make some man tea. We could talk about your problems.
We mock, but this is a serious issue for a lot of people for some reason. No, that's it. That's all I have to say about it. For some reason. This is such a non-issue, in my opinion, that I still have yet to see. Why?
You know what's ironic? Is we play violent video games and we're totally not empathetic to the study. Maybe we're proving them right.
When are they going to do a study on the connection between violent movies and empathy? When are they going to do a study of violent books and empathy? When are they going to do a study of violent magazines and empathy? When are they going to do a study of going to high school and empathy?
Yeah.
I mean...
Totally. No, I mean...
I don't even know what else to say.
It's screwed up, and
you're singling out a single medium of entertainment to do a study to get a preconceived conclusion that you wanted to get to begin with, and that's what all of these people do. If it was a true study, they wouldn't niche it down to such a specific circumstance with a small group of 100 kids to draw such a conclusion that they now can apply to the entire population of the United States and of the world.
Well, like, I mean, that's just it. How many 13 and 14-year-olds do you know that are empathetic to anything?
None. I mean, maybe I'm just hanging out with the wrong 13 or 14-year-olds.
Well, that's
I usually don't hang out with 13 or 14-year-olds, so that's actually kind of creepy.
Do they watch violent movies? Do they do anything else violent? Here's a wild idea. Maybe their parents aren't very empathetic to anything. Maybe their dad's a jerk and they're just picking up the behavior.
I don't know.
Was that covered?
No.
Why blame video games all the frickin' time?
Because they don't understand it. They don't understand why we would maim people, why we think it's funny when we beat them with a baseball bat, why we think it's hilarious when they fly like a rag doll from the car as it flips around in a circle and explodes and runs over countless civilians. They don't understand.
Those aren't even good examples.
It's hilarious.
The best example is why do gamers... This is what really troubles them, is why do gamers take a perfectly innocent, nice game like The Sims and somehow can find a way to make it violent? You know, like when you trap your sim in a room and you take away all the doors and windows and you sit there and you wait.
You watch them pee themselves.
And fast forward, begging to get out.
Yeah.
That's funny.
We've all done it. Or the swimming pool one.
The swimming pool and then, where'd the ladders go?
Or fill the room with couches and put one fireplace in there.
Yep.
Yeah, we've all done it.
We've all done it.
I hope. Maybe we're just disturbed.
Not, do it.
Maybe it's hilarious.
It is funny.
Quite hilarious.
It is.
And then I am in real life probably the single biggest pushover of a human being in mankind has ever seen.
Yeah, see, that's just it. I don't get these studies.
In fact, maybe it's a bad thing that all of my violent characteristics are released through video games, because maybe I would be actually more confident and authoritarian and set better boundaries in my real life. Have you ever thought about that?
Maybe.
Maybe it makes me not violent enough.
Yeah.
Bet you I could make a study, get 100 teenagers, and make that conclusion true.
Yeah, well, what I find funny is it's pretty much the same study. They just changed the wording. Maybe that's a Canadian thing. I don't know. Like, because it used to be, do violent video games make you violent? And now it's like, well, do they lessen your empathy?
Morally immature.
Like, I don't know if they're trying to sell it better. Like, it's the same argument to me.
Because morally immature.
Yeah, you're morally immature because you play video games.
Morally immature.
Not sick of hearing that.
How about you, Internet?
What do you
It's
think?
our Tuesday rant. Is it Wednesday? It's Wednesday.
I don't even know.
It's our Wednesday rant. Or hump day rant. What do you guys think of moral immaturity in video games? Do you think there's a direct correlation? Or do you think this is just people spending government money for a study that really has no relevance to anything whatsoever?
BS study. Another, yeah.
Pretty sure it's a better place to spend the money.
Another witch hunt. Sorry, but your perpetrators are in another castle. That's what I'm thinking.
Goo goo gaga. That's what I'm thinking.
I am interested to see what you guys
Goo goo
think.
gaga.
Maybe these guys are right. You can post a link or something? I don't know. Stop touching my face.
Goo goo gaga. I'm morally immature.
I know. No more video games for you.
Morally immature.
He's abusing me. There's video evidence. You've proven the Canadians right.
Not again!
Ontario study. Just so I remember. Brock University.
I hope this one
Thank
wasn't
you.
too harsh.
I hope not. But this one does make me upset. It's always with the gamers did it. Seriously.
Always.